Hi, welcome to my most recent installment of in-class assignments for ENME489Y. Here I'm going to be going over my QR code program. So first I import CV2, then I have OS, rpy.gpio, time, and threading. I set my time step here. This is for later on in this Morse code section. I have GPIO, I set that, and I also set up my output pin for 40. So here, my code is what it does is it reads the QR code, and then it takes whatever the QR code says, so long as it's an alphanumeric phrase with spaces, and it translates that into Morse code and lights up an LED for that. So I have this Morse code program here I made. What it does is just puts everything in uppercase, and then based on which letter or number it is, it writes to a list of strings, like a certain, or excuse me, a list of integers arrays, a certain like code. So 3333 would be dash 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 dash, right? And then basically after that, what it does is it outputs high and low to the GPIO based around the time step in order to make sure that it is doing the appropriate Morse code. So now actually into the QR code. First we have command equals this, and that is so that way we can go ahead and use that probe from the just like on the operating system. We use video capture from there, and then we create a detector object from CV2 QR code detector. Okay, and so now we have our true loop here. So it takes check and IMG from reading the reading cap, and then I have data in bbox, which it gets from the detector object using detect and decode, that function there of the image. And then I have here T equals thread that runs on the Morse code function that I wrote, and it takes in argument data. And argument data is that string, that phrase that it decodes. And so if bbox exists, it goes ahead and it puts that box on the image, and it also will put the text of whatever it decodes from the QR code, that data text, on that image as well. And then if data exists, it's going to print the data. But then if data is not equal to old data, so that means if data is the same as it's been, it's if data is different than what it has been in the past, excuse me, I'll go ahead and start this string, start this thread, excuse me, and that thread is what runs the Morse code. So and it's only going to do that once per program, once per unique QR code. But if I were to run a QR code that says, for example, SOS, and then it says hello, you could go back to SOS and it would go ahead with that Morse code again. And then it shows you, and then okay, then outside of that we have it shows the QR code detector image, and then I have this wait key part here as well, and in the end I release the cap and I destroy all the windows. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do a sample running of this code right now. Alright, so here I am, and then I'm going to be showing this QR code on my phone. And you can see my QR code says hello Dr. Mitchell. It's reading that, it's scanning that, and I will show you in a second, but it is lighting up the LED in Morse code to say hello Dr. Mitchell as well. Okay, and so here we have the LED being switched on and off using GPIO, putting out the Morse code for hello space Dr. space Mitchell.